Hello, good evening. Welcome. My name is Kwabena. Welcome. I want to share with you today what I call learn how to lead or you will not survive. You have to learn how to lead. You have to learn how to lead or you will not survive. As a business person, as an entrepreneur, hi, Adelaide. Welcome. You have got to learn how to lead yourself, how to lead your team, how to lead anybody who is connected to the ideas that you want to realize, to the business that you want to build. You have got to learn how to lead. Nations develop, sorry, not because they have politicians, because they have leaders. Families become successful, not because there is a husband there, but because somebody leads. Businesses succeed or fail because of leadership or the absence of it. It's everything. A lot of people are focused on becoming very good with with their accounting, with their engineering, with their medicine, with their okay, with their the technical information that a lot of people know. But very few people learn how to lead. Very few people. And that's why because leadership comes with responsibility. You see, when the thing works, when whatever you are doing, let's say it's a business, whatever the business that you're building, if it works, everybody will be part of the glory. Everybody would want to say that they played a part. If it doesn't work, you will be the one responsible. And that's where leadership comes in. So you have got to learn. You can see people who are trying to build a business, who are trying to develop something, a concept, an idea, and sometimes they become so much frustrated with the behavior of people. Maybe they have a partner, they have workers, and they seem to be overburdened by the decisions that are being made or the choices that are being made or the way the people behave. Really, the problem is not the people. The problem is the kind of leadership that you're providing, whether to yourself or to the whole agenda. So my name is Kwabena. Welcome. I share with you briefly. So you have to learn how to lead or you will not survive. It's a must. If you don't learn it, and it's a process, leadership is a process. You have to learn how to lead from your heart. Have to lead the idea that you have, the business that you have. There has to be some connection within your heart, within your spirit. There has to be some passion. You have to have that. Let's say somebody is a president of a country. If that person does not have the heart for where he wants to take the country, he will not provide the leadership. He can't. You have to have the heart for the business. You have to have the heart for the idea that you're developing, the goals that you want to reach. There must be a connection. Whenever there is a connection like that, you see that you become absorbed in the whole idea and its development. But if you just want to do it because you want money, like most people want, they just want the end results, money. They just want that one. It will be very difficult because every there is any time that you set out to do something, between the time that you set up and the time that you realize that thing that you want to do, you are going to create a lot of problems. The moment you set a goal and before you get to the goal, the only thing that you can be sure of is that you are going to meet a lot of problems, a lot of challenges, a lot of difficulties. And people who have not developed their leadership, the leadership within them, the leadership skills that are needed, see that they become frustrated. Then they run to everybody. Most people, when they are confronted with problems, with challenges, with difficulties, think that somebody is against them or something is against them. No, the moment you set a vision, before you were very humble gentleman, you didn't have problem. Then you said that you want to go and marry. The moment you go to pick another person's daughter, you've created problem. It's not the wedding and all the things that they did. No, those are just they will fade out within 2 days. The rest is a problem that you have created for yourself. Before you could sleep anywhere, nobody will ask you any question. Before nobody will ask you any school fees. Now they will call you for PTA meeting. will ask you, where are you? Have you eaten? Somebody is sick, rush. You have got to create. That is life. Life does not go forward until somebody creates responsibility. And responsibility requires leadership. And whenever you set a goal, it's a problem that you have created. So if you want to become anything, if you want to achieve your goals, between you and your goals are so many difficulties, so many troubles. And it will take the leadership that you provide first to yourself and then first to whoever is connected. You have got to have that big heart for people as well. You cannot achieve anything significant in this life if you don't have big heart for the well-being of people. If you don't, there are people who are so much, what is the English word? Paranoid, they are so much pessimistic and negative that they don't see anything good in anybody. That will make you live an isolated life. You don't have to be naive. You don't have to trust everybody. Yes, you have to build relationships. But the bottom line, the foundation is that if you're going to do something, if you're building your business, if you're building any system, any structure, any infrastructure, it will take people to lift up any idea, to build anything. And so you have to have that fundamental trust for people. You must trust people, you must believe people, you must look for the good for people. You must have time for them. The same people will disappoint you. The same people will talk about you. The same people will even not thank you for the things that you have done for them. But it's not so much about them thanking you. It's about you developing to become a leader. Because it's sometimes, you see, when you say somebody will say that, if I get 10,000 Ghana cedis, the things I have to know. It's not really so much the 10,000. The processes that you have to go through to create that 10,000 and the skills that you get in your bid to create those things, those are the things that you need. Because when you get to that top, the only thing that will keep you there and to keep you going and growing will be the skills that you developed while you were going to that top. So leadership is everything. You must have good heart for people. You must be interested in people other than there are people who are who only show up because it is connected to them. They only show interest because they will get something. If you're like that, you're selfish. If you're like that, you are ungrateful. If you're like that, you only think about yourself. You cannot be a leader like that. Even if they push you to become the president of a country, you will not do well because you don't have the basic premise of leadership, which is heart for the people. You think for the people. You want the best for the people. Anybody who is connected to you, they have to become better. You don't hold on the ideas, the wisdom, the knowledge, the revelations that you have had out of life. You share. If you have something that will help somebody, you help them. If you know that somebody can become better, because it is leadership. That's how life is, and that's how you live to become better. Especially if you're driven. If you're driven as a person, you cannot be that much limited and myopic because you think that somebody disappointed you some way. No, it's not about the disappointment. It's about people. Leadership learns how to lead people. You need it, or your vision will just stay with you. There are people who are doing businesses and they have to do everything. They have to take every decision. They don't trust anybody. So they don't trust their brother. They don't trust their sister. They don't trust everybody. That is not something that you want. It takes people to build anything. And so it will take leadership to get things done, because the primary premise of leadership is interest, the well-being of the people. It takes courage as well. You must have courage because there will be risk. There will be problems. There will be challenges. There will be difficulties. Nobody gets bigger. Nobody succeeds without some element of risk. It's risk because when it doesn't work, it will come to eat you up. And that takes leadership. So you need that. If you have, even if in the middle, the reason that the business is not working is because the leadership that is needed is not being provided. The reason that family is not working is because the leadership that is needed is not being provided. The reason that country is not doing well is because the leadership is not being provided. The moment you get the right person with the right heart, with the right skill set, things will explode. anywhere that you have seen anything succeed, whether it's a business, whether it's a family, whether it's a project, it's because the right leadership was being provided. And people that were not born to be leaders. I don't believe in that. Some people were born to occupy some position, maybe a chief's son, something like that. But the right leadership to develop people to get things done, it's a skill. You've got to learn it, you've got to train it. What it takes to be a leader is different from what it takes to be a follower. And so you need that, or your business won't survive. Business life is rough, it's tough, it's difficult, it's chaotic, it's problematic, but somebody who's learning constantly to be a leader will survive. Will survive. So if you see anybody quitting, giving up, because they gave up on themselves first. They could not lead themselves. They could not get things together. So there will be conflict. There will be people with their own agenda. There will be ego. There will be challenges. There will be problems. But when there is a right provision of leadership, things will settle. So you need that. If you're building a business, if you're an entrepreneur, it's not just the product, or it's not just the technical things. I'm building a construction company. Yes, you know how to read all those things, you know how to build, but the technical is just about maybe 10%. The rare thing that will lift the idea from the ground is the leadership. It is the leadership. Where you see that the team, the guys that you put together, somebody who was looking for help, somebody who didn't know what to do, they have become enlightened. They know something. Those people turn out against you. They turn around to fight you and to tell you that you don't know what you're doing, and to team up with people who are against you. What would you do? Would you become bitter? Would you become sad? Would you say that I will never do it again? Never try again? No. Those are not the words that should come from you. People disappoint. That's why you have to learn how to be a leader. There's no leader in this world who has not been disappointed. And mainly not disappointed by people he didn't trust. Disappointed by the people that he trusted. You need the leadership. You learn that it's so critical to the survival of the business that you're building. Leadership is so critical to anything that is connected to you that you want to succeed. Anything. You need that leadership. That step to lead, that step to become responsible for the very existence of the whole concept. You need that. You need somebody to take responsibility to say that, yes, it didn't work, but I'm here. I am responsible, and I will make sure that it works. I'll make sure that I deal with whatever problems that come. You need somebody to show up to say that I am here to make sure that things get orderly, things get organized. We get the results that we needed. I'm here to make sure that we get the targets. Somebody should be bold enough to say that I'm here to make sure that things work. You need that. There are a lot of people, when there is problem, or when they are calling for somebody to take up any challenge, they run away. They don't want to be accused. They don't want to be told that it's because of you that somebody was sacked. They don't want to be. Most people will just hide and say that no. They don't want to confront anything. They don't want to challenge anybody. They don't want to disagree with anybody. You cannot be a leader like that. You cannot even lead yourself if you cannot challenge your own thoughts. The very thing that last year you believe in, the choices that you made that didn't work. Can you be that humble to say that, yes, I made that decision. It did not work. I am ready to learn again. I was stupid. I could not make the right decision, but I want to learn, because life is constantly changing. The very thing that you are trusting that this one is so right, next year that thing will turn back and maybe it didn't work. Would you be humble to say that, listen, it didn't work? I am responsible for that. Can you be challenged? Can a co-worker challenge you? Can a friend challenge your thought? Would you be humble enough to engage them and say that, listen, I made this decision. It didn't work. Or can you? Are you God? There are so many people who flare in terms of ego. They don't want anybody to teach them, anybody to tell them anything. Nope. Cannot be a leader like that. Because the thing is, every human being knows something. Every human being understands something. You may be just occupying the position. Somebody somewhere may know something. Are you humble enough to engage them? It takes skill, it takes leadership, it takes a lot for you to get any business built. And so you are happy, you have this idea, you want to start this thing. Don't just look about the money or look at the money. Also ask yourself, am I ready to provide the necessary leadership? Am I ready? Am I ready? If you look at the countries, if you look at our president now, I can guarantee that maybe 30% of the people hate him big. Some people, if you mention that, maybe some people, when you put on the TV, they will put it off. The only reason they hate him is what? It's because he's a leader. He's there. There are people who also love him. So you have 10 people and 2 hate you. They are lying to you. They hate you. They talk about you. You are angry. You should not worry about those. Whatever you do, people will talk. So it's okay. People will talk. People will meet to talk about things that they have no idea talking about. They will even confess. They will even swear, say that I was there, that this guy was doing this. It's okay. It's people. You as a leader should live at that level where you are always thinking about the future. You are thinking, you are planning, you're thinking, you're projecting. That's leadership. You want the results because you are responsible for everything. When the whole business goes, where the whole family goes, the leader there is responsible. You look at the head, the human head. You see the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the ear, a lot. Where the leader sees. The things that are feeding you may not be necessarily the things that are feeding the others. The things that you're connecting may not necessarily be the things that they are connecting. So almost all the time, they would fight you. They would disagree with you. The other day, I say that, okay, we can't pay the salary. But they saw you payment. They saw payment come to the account the other day. They even went to pick the check. And now you're saying that you can't pay salary. They will not agree. They will say, oh, you can't pay salary. But we saw you. You went to pick the check. What they don't know is that maybe you borrowed it. Now, if you want the team to be part, you have to provide that leadership. And leadership will mean that every now and then the team must understand where you're going. You cannot keep all the information to yourself and thinking that they will pick it. No. You have to express it, you have to share it, you have to discuss it, you have to create. Because the moment the leader creates that momentum, discusses it, people start to, bring what they have. But until somebody discusses it and shows the path, human beings are like that. Everywhere we go, we are waiting for somebody to lead. Everywhere. Everywhere we go, somebody, every one of us looks up to somebody. Every one of us. Every human being is looking up to somebody to take inspiration from, to take direction from. Everybody. You are learning from somebody, somebody is learning from you. Everybody is like that. It's an ecosystem. So you have to learn how to lead. It's not just about the idea. It's not just say, I've started a business. You have got to provide that leadership. And you have to be ready to be insulted. You have to be ready to be lied to. People will belittle you. Doesn't matter. You just have to know that you have to provide that leadership, and leadership is responsibilities. The leadership must get things done. They must solve the critical problems. They must think the future. They must be able to see the talents that are needed for the next 3, 4, 5 years. If you meet somebody who's pushing track, Do you have the eyes to identify that this guy can do this in this business in this time? Can you see that? Can you see? Can you meet somebody, just a young boy who has just finished SHS or university, say that this guy can do this? Are you able to connect with people? Are you able to just see somebody, or you raise yourself, or you have your own standard? You don't talk to anybody like that. Are you able to do that? If you're a leader, you're able to do that because you are connecting the talent. You have that knack, I don't know, to connect. If somebody is talking, see the way they are talking, the voice. Can you connect? Can you see that? No. This one we can work together in there, because you're always looking for talent. You're always looking for somebody who can do what. When somebody meets you, do they get inspired? When somebody feels so sad and down, when something is so complex to somebody, when they talk to you, is their load lesson? Is their burden off? Or the burden becomes bigger after talking to you? If it's like that, you're not a leader yet. You're not learning it. The leader will make something that is so complex appear easy to do. The leader will lift that which is down. And the leader creates giants. The leader creates leaders. You learn how to train somebody to take up a challenge. You don't have to be everywhere. You don't have to. So you have to learn how to lead. Or your vision will die with you, your business will die with you. All the great ideas that you have, you want to build all these businesses, you want to build a university, you want to build this, you want to build that, whatever that you want to build. If you don't learn how to lead, and leadership is not convenient. It's not. It's always a challenge. There's always a problem. It's always an accusation. There's always a disagreement somewhere. The ones that you're even helping will turn around to be insulting you. Would you say that, how can you insult me like that? People will be ungrateful to the one who helped them. That is leadership. Can you put a lot of things in perspective like that? Or you just say that I will never do this again? It means that you gave up on yourself as a leader. So it's something that you learn. And you don't know who, you have no idea who you're impacting, who you're helping. No idea. So it's leadership. Learn how to lead, or your business will not survive. Learn how to lead. The finances, you must provide that leadership. Sometimes people know what to say, what to stop, but they will not because of fear. Because they don't want to be seen as somebody who is always attacking. You have to have some level of clarity as to where you want to go and what it will take for you to be there. You have to do that. It's leadership, is responsibility. You have to learn that, or you are not going nowhere. You follow the line. If you see anybody who has done anything significant out of nothing, 90% is because of the leadership that they provided. The leadership. When nobody, it takes a leader to believe in something that nobody sees as going to work. It takes a leader. They see the idea. Nobody sees that this idea can become anything. The leader is able to connect the idea with himself. His heart. He cherishes that idea. He's passionate. So when everybody is sleeping, he's thinking about that idea. He's ready to sacrifice anything to get it done, to get it erected. So if you don't have that, usually the leadership is not a technical skill. It's just that thing that is ready to make sure that this constraint, this infrastructure is built around this thing to make sure that it works. To make sure that it works. A leader learns how to work with talent and gift. But it takes somebody to just be there and say that, let's say, we have to make sure that this thing is stabilized. So he provides that force, that protection, and is able to fight everybody to make sure that this idea works. And that's especially entrepreneurship. If you want to be a business and you want to do business and you're in a business and you're running away from leadership, you cannot survive. It will die on you. Because People will sit back and say, it's a business, oh, they have done well. There'll be sleepless nights. There'll be pain. There'll be situations that you don't, there'll be times that you don't know what to do. The next minute, it's at the end of the month, you don't know where the salary is going to come from. Those who work for have not paid you. If you're a leader, you look for the solution. You don't panic. You say, hey, what am I going to do? When your team is panicking, you're a leader. You have to come up with a solution. They're looking up to you. You can't break down. Wow. So everybody's looking at you and say, this guy. No, you cannot. You have to provide that stability. You have to tell them, listen, the money is not ready now. I've connected it. I've called people. So we can pay today. Give us maybe 2 weeks. The leader, or learning to be a leader, means that you learn how to be honest to people and how to be frank. Because people get offended and disappointed when they feel like you are lying to them. You're taking them for granted. And because there are so many problems, especially with entrepreneurship, every point in time you have the opportunity to lie just to solve that problem now, but will come the next day. So and they are looking at you. Everybody around you, they are watching you. They look at how you talk. They look at your promises. They look at the things that you said that you didn't follow, the ones that you followed. If they know that you are making effort, but you're frank, and you're open, and you respect them, a lot of them will do anything. Because they know that when you say it's green, it's green. When you say yellow, it's yellow. It's not there, it's not there. It's there, it's there. If you can let that thing be an aura around you, even those who hate you will still go somewhere and say that, no, at least if he says that it's this, even though I don't like him, that guy will say the truth. It takes that kind of leadership. You need that. You have to be frank with people. You have to be fair with people. You have to be honest. You cannot be tribalistic and you don't like people. You talk to people anyhow. You show up and you insult people. No, you're not a leader. No, you see people as precious. That's one sign of leadership. Leadership is just about people. It's for the betterment and the protection, the growth of people. So you cannot destroy those that you're protecting. How is that possible? The very people that you're building that thing for, you're destroying them. So how you're talking to them, how you cherish them, how you are ready to sacrifice everything for their good is leadership. And at the same time, you know that the same people can turn around and destroy you. So leadership is critical to everything that you want to build. Everything. If you see any family that does not succeed, it's because there was no leader. If you see any country that is not succeeding, it's because the people who are leading it, they don't know leadership. They are just there dropping money. If you see any company that is not working, it's because there's no leadership. If you see any entrepreneur who gave up, it's because they gave up on themselves. They didn't know how to lead themselves. If you know how to lead yourself, you have time. You have time. When you get up in the morning, you must know, I'm going here, I'm not going here, I'm responding to this, I'm responding to this, I'm not responding to this. This is where I spend my time. This is who I connect with. These are the people that I'm following. This is the books that I'm reading. These are the training manuals. You're developing yourself constantly because you must lead yourself before you can lead anybody else. You must get results. Nobody respects you until you get results. The world only pays attention to results. What we can build. And it takes leadership to build anything. And between the idea and the final product, there's chaos. That's why you need a leader to face it. They say that if you have 10 sheep and the sheep is being, they are being led by a lion, and you have 10 lions who are being led by a sheep, the one being led by the lion will beat the other ones. Why? Because of the leader. They follow the leader. So if the leader is tough and strong, the culture will be built and they will fight. So when there are difficulties, when there are challenges, when sometimes you come and there's an unplanned situation, you must be calm. You must look at the situation and provide hope, provide strength, provide leadership, provide courage. When everybody else is running away, the leader cannot run away. The leader must show up. One of the reasons that you see who owns what is when there is difficulty, when there are losses, when there are problems. The leader, the one who is responsible, will always show up when there are difficulties, when there are challenges, when there are troubles. The one who is responsible. So anytime that you see any situation and you see that somebody else jumps up, that person is the leader. The person who takes responsibility for the damages, for the losses, for the challenges, for the liabilities. That is the leader. That's why you learn. You're not just there for the accolades. You are also there for the mess. So you can go and sleep, but when there's trouble, they'll call you. That's why when there's trouble, they call you, because there's somebody else is responsible. They will get it. If there's any difficulty somewhere in the company, the boss will hear, because he must be responsible for the mess. So thank you very much for watching. You have got to learn gradually how to lead, and it starts with a good heart for the product, for the thing that you're building, good heart for the people. You need discipline. You need to think far. You should be ready for the mistakes and take up responsibility and deal with the mess. You should be ready to handle the conflicts that come up. And whenever there is money issue, you're the one that they will look out for. So you need that. You have to learn how to provide the leadership, or that idea that you have, you cannot build. That family that you want to build, that wonderful family, you will not be able to build it because you're not providing the leadership. Nothing is built without a leader. When they are arguing that, nobody is really, we are all responsible for the development of our country. And yes, we are all responsible, but somebody else is signing the check for the country. Don't forget that. So the guy who's signing the check, if he's messing up, a lot of things will go wrong. So there's always a leader. If he's making the right decisions, a lot of things will go rightly. So anytime that they are trying to restructure a company or an organization, you know who they go for? They go for the leaders, because they know that once you change the leader and you bring somebody else, a lot of things can get done. Anytime you go anywhere there is mess, look for the leader. Somebody else is not responsible. You go to any company and you see that the service is not good, everything is messy. It is not the people you're talking to, it's the leader. Because when somebody is there and is paying attention, nobody can be there to mess up. If you see that the children are fooling, it's not the children, it's their parents. If they train them well, there's a fair chance that they will do well. So whenever you see a mess, and the same thing, whenever you see success, whenever you see order, whenever you see progress, it means that somebody is providing the right leadership. That's why things are working. Nothing just happens like that. Things that do not just work because you want them to work. Somebody must provide the leadership. Somebody knows how to get the results. Somebody knows who to move where for things to work. Somebody is skilled in that, and that's so much important. Leadership, as technical as it is not specific with any discipline or any industry. It's generic skill that you need to keep the pressure, because leadership comes with pressure. To keep the pressure, to keep the people, to keep the idea going, and still not kill yourself. And still not kill yourself, and still not give up on yourself, and still not complain, and still be happy and live the life that you want to live. It takes leadership. And so you've got to learn it, or you will not survive. Your business will not survive. You don't know leadership, business will not survive, because you then blame yourself for every difficulty, every problem, every challenge that you're meeting. And you become so much disappointed when people disappoint you, when people walk off on you, when people lie about you, when people insult you. You become so much disappointed. You say that it means you're not learning it. But it's not about you, your feelings. It's about getting the things done. Because it takes a leader to build anything. And the whole thing is the goal, is the purpose. The reason you are there as a leader is because there's a vision. The reason you're there as a leader is because there's a goal. The reason you're there because you're a leader, because of, the reason you're there is because there's a purpose, and that purpose requires leadership. There's no purpose that can be implemented without leadership. There's no goal. There's no business. Any business that you see around, any business that was built by anybody, the reason that business is succeeding is because there's leadership. If you hear them collapsing, don't blame anybody. It's the leadership. When they fail to provide it, it's the leadership. Because they are deciding what moves where and where, which goes where. So learn how to lead. If you're succeeding, it's because you're learning how to lead. If you're failing, it's because you don't know how to lead. You're not the leader. You're not the leader yet. So you can take up the challenge. You can take up the difficulties. You want to be seen as a nice person. You cannot be nice all the time. If something is compromised, it takes a leader to say that this one is not allowed. And that thing does not come easily like that. So what you may not be aware is that most of the people will just put up a face when you're present. When you're not there, they will do whatever they want. But then the results will show if they're following. So my name is Kwabena. Thank you very much for watching. You will not be able to build that business until you learn how to lead. You will not be able to build anything until you learn how to lead. Nothing prospers until you learn how to lead. Nothing. Poverty is a proof of lack of leadership. Lack is a proof of lack of leadership. Chaos is a proof of lack of leadership. Disorganization and disorderliness is a proof of lack of leadership. Somebody else, they could say that Africa has leadership problems. It is likely to be true. It needs somebody. So any country that you hear that is doing well, any poor country that has developed, it's because somebody took up the responsibility. So if it's not working, go for the head. If anything is not working. That's why when they get the head, the gangs will disperse right away. There's a way. Robbers or any group who are trying to do anything bad, go for the head. Get the head. Once you get the head, everybody else will sit up. Because somebody else is building that frame and that force. Somebody else is providing that energy. Somebody else is providing that leadership. And nothing works until somebody is providing what they call leadership. So that is it. And when there's no leader, nothing is being built. Nothing is being built. And when you see a leader, when you see that you are learning, you are becoming a leader, you see that you are more focused on the goals, you are interested in the well-being of the people, you want the right things to be done and done well, you express character, you express kindness, and you think of the future, and you see that people want to be with you, they want to stay with you. When people come to you and they want to walk off that quickly, it means that there's something that you're lacking. People want to hear from you. People want to pick your mind, want to pick your wisdom. They want to become better. They will say that they have not met you, I will not know this. You create that aura. That's leadership. That's leadership. So you learn that, or that business will not. And if you are partners in a business, somebody must provide the leadership. Somebody must provide the leadership in what? In the finance, in the operations, whatever that you're doing. If there is no leadership, if somebody is not responsible, nothing is going to be done. And whenever there is a problem, whenever there is a challenge, somebody must show up and provide the leadership. Then you see that things. So if you are not learning that, nothing that you build. So you may not even be able to build anything anyway. Not the business that you think you're building. Because it's not that I know how to make a Kelewele, so I can build Kelewele business. Yes, that's just 2-3% of it. The rest is, do you have negotiation skill? Can you convince somebody to buy from you? Can you convince somebody to come and work with you? Do you have the discipline to take the pressure and still keep the money? Can you? Can you convince somebody to take a lot from you when nothing is working? Can you? Those are the things that will build the business, not so much the idea. Oh, I know how to build a house, so I want to start a real estate company. A lot of people know how to build houses. They don't have real estate business. Why? Because it takes more than just being able to build a house to own the real estate business. You want to build you want to, whatever company that you want to build, it takes more than that. The leadership, you must know that. You must have this trust. You must be able to identify who is correct, connect them. Who can you connect? Can you train them? Can you give them vision? Can they become better? Can you be the leadership builds the culture for productivity. If there is no right leadership, that the culture is not productive. You set goals and there's no control because somebody is not providing the leadership, and it takes a lot of personal awareness, personal identity. It takes a lot of courage. You should be stable in who you are. You're not competing, and you're not jittery. You're not fidgeting. You are stable because the leader must be stable to provide the leadership. You're not competing, and you're not petty. You're not looking at the minor things. You're looking at the big picture. So when people are grading you at this level, your mind is at the top level. Why? Because you're learning how to lead. And if you don't learn how to lead, nothing can be built well. You sacrifice a lot of things and you still be looking for why it's not working because you're not providing the leadership. You're sharing. When there's a problem, you think everybody should come and solve the problem for you. You must provide the leadership when there's a problem. When there's a challenge, you don't have to run away and quit. You cannot even complain that it's so painful. No, you can't. You must provide the leadership. The leader must have that discipline, that endurance. You should be able to stick with the idea to make it work. It takes a while for idea to work. For any business to work, for anything to work, it takes a while. If you don't have that leadership, you will not stay for it to work. You think that once it takes two months, and now this thing is taking 5 years and it's not working. If you're not strong, if you're not courageous, if you don't have that leadership in you, if you have not learned it, you will not stay around because you cannot put up with inconvenience and challenges and difficulties. It takes a leader to put up with it and to still keep going and do what is necessary for that business to work, for that idea to work, for that family to work. It takes a leader. It does not just happen like that. It does not just work like that. It does not just connect like that. Somebody must stay and provide the right, adaptability. You are still adapting and learning, becoming better. It takes that mind for leader. And your heart for the people is fantastic. It's at the top. You're always looking for the best people. If you're a leader, you provide that character, you provide that heart, you provide that warmness, you provide that compassion, you provide that kindness. And you're still looking at the vision. And you correct where it has to be corrected. And you provide that discipline. Anything that is collapsing is because the leadership was weak at the point of collapse. Anything that is not being lifted up is because somebody else is not providing that. And so you learn that. And once you learn that, you'll be able to deal with it. Because anytime that you set any idea, it's a problem that you have set. And the only thing that will get you to the realization of the idea is the leadership that you provide. So you may buy some books, read it, search on it, because you need that. If you want to build anything, you need that leadership, you need that discipline, you need that value. You have to have that eye to have value, talk to people, cherish, build them. If there is leadership, people are built. The proof of leadership is people are built to become great. That is leadership. That is leadership. The heart, the commitment, you must have it. The strength, the staying power, the courage, the clarity. You not focus on pettiness. And the leader is always training, becoming better. Because you know that it's a constant training, constant until you die. The leader understands that it's constant development. Constant. You don't get to a point where you're so confident and so cocky in your wisdom because you're learning. It can go bad. Constantly you're learning and you're always connecting with those who are also learning and becoming better and challenging your thoughts and challenging your ideas all the time. It takes leadership. or you'll not survive. So if you compromise on if you don't learn it, you will not survive. Forget, no matter who does what. Because at the end of it, everything that is surviving is coming down to basic things like right decisions that were made, choices that were made on this earth, at least. The discipline. So thank you very much for watching. It takes leadership. You have to learn to lead, or you will not survive. Your business will not survive. The family will struggle. Your life, you will not even know what you're doing. Your career will not take the time that it has to take because you are refusing to learn how to lead. And if you learn how to lead, it comes with responsibility. You cannot complain. You have to be on time. You have to deliver. You still have to have the heart and look for why you are doing it. Because the whole idea is to make lives better. And that's leadership. And it's not about self. It's about the others. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So it's leadership. You just have to learn how to lead. All your dreams will never come true. When we were in school, you saw people who were very much intelligent. Fantastic. But after school, they're average. Why? Because they don't learn how to lead. They don't learn how to lead. If you don't learn how to lead, you'll be average. Lead yourself, lead your family, lead your team. Everything is built on that. And you're not looking for comfort. When there's a problem, you're the one to show up. Leadership. So thank you very much for watching. Eugene, thank you.